nobody teaches you what love addiction is. Nobody teaches you that if your
Oh,
whole life you were taught to sit down, shut up, go to the academic system and get straight A's, that most of the time your worth is very much associated to what other people think
right,
you are
right.
instead of who you think you are. So I became an expert, one, because I was always into it. And then at that time, my boyfriend left me. And instead of being like, whoa, he's an asshole, how can he choose drugs over me? I thought, how did I attract this? How am I the so successful 4.0, 2 degree, 26-year-old? But her boyfriend just left her to go snort ketamine. Like, how does that even work? And I studied at length, like the same way I was able to dive into getting straight A's for so many years in academia, I did it on my own. And I learned about addiction, narcissism, codependency, porn addiction, immorality, and the invisible attraction that people have. So, like, Karen, why would you like Joe? But like Jack is so not your type, even though they look identical for this example. Like, what makes
Right.
somebody your type? And it was that I became obsessed with and studied to become an expert in.
That's so much richer than a relationship expert because that's so true. There are all these factors, right? Narcissism, addiction, love bombing, putting your self-worth on someone else's, you know, someone else's opinion of you. I don't know. If you heard, what was it? I know this is gonna date this, but I really got into that new Taylor Swift album, and one of the things she's in her one of her songs, she's like, "Fairy tales, kisses, and rainbows, I never thought that would happen to me, so I wouldn't even let myself imagine that." So it's so interesting how people, because I think a lot of people hear like, "Oh, you wanna be in love," or "You really were into love," and they judge you, not understanding all the complexities of all the things underneath it.
And there's so many, which is why most relationships are not meant to stay together. I mean, it's just the truth. It's like a sad, it's a sad, hard fact. But a lot of
Mhm.
times you don't stay together for the kids because you don't want a broken home. You get the broken people out of your home.
Yeah, yeah,
And women especially need to be honored a lot more. Like, we don't deserve to suffer. If it's preventable, you should
right.
prevent it. And loving yourself and living a life of abundance and health and safety and calm is invaluable and of the utmost importance.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's such a sticky wicket too, and I know that the domestic what was it? I mean, not to get all whatever here, but, like, the number one threat to a woman's life is her domestic partner. It's
100%.
yeah, which is
I'm on calls all day
insane.
with women, white women, not to bring race into this, but just the people who happen to be on my podcast so far have been white. They've all had, like, the majority of them have had guns put to their head with the man threatening to K them. And I have, and I have my own podcast, white woman after successful white woman after. So it's like, you don't even understand the prevalence until you get an opportunity to let them speak. What's going on now is women do not have high self-worth, and they are allowing people to dominate, control, and that turns into derangement over time. So
Right.
this idea of getting to know yourself and love yourself as well as see the signs of unhealthy behavior in the beginning is truly life-saving.
Yeah, or people get into a relationship and they develop their self-worth and their partner doesn't evolve with them and becomes threatened, right? That's yeah, that's so crazy. Let's
Let's go back. Let's dial it in.
on.
And you can find me at Epic Love Expert.
I'm done. Um, so so you said so you had a boyfriend who left you to do drugs. What does that look like?
It looks like me being a liar and an addict, but I just never did drugs, right? So we don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. The most beautiful, successful women have severely domestic violent like relationships. How the fuck does that happen? Like, she's making $1 million. She comes home and she gets hit. How does that happen? Because
Right.
I was a liar and an addict. I never lied to other people. I only lied to
Yeah.
myself. And I didn't do drugs, but I was very much addicted to the approval of other people and a love of a man. And so we matched. We were just the perfect match.
Right.
So, he was, like I said, not what you want, what I was, and I wasn't a very abusive, like mean person. So he was not very abusive and mean, but did he neglect me? Yes. Did he lie to me? Yes. Did he not prioritize
Mhm.
me? Yes. Did he cheat on me with drugs? So, after doing the game of choose me or drugs, like I'll leave you
Yeah.
if you don't stop. Of course, a grown man's behavior doesn't change just because he has someone telling him to.
Right.